Most people complain about how bad their life is, how unlucky they are, etc., etc. And I think that I'm above luck. Luck is already things that I'm waiting to happen to me. No, I'm above luck. I just create what I want. Whatever it takes, I will do it. Whatever it takes, I will bring about the expected result. It will take me a week, a month, a year, and if I'll die in the process, so be it.
Okay. Hello, everyone. How's it going? It's a pleasure to meet you all today. And today we've also got, a special guest. So, yeah, let's get started.
Yep. Hi, everyone.
So, I'm just curious. How are you doing today? How's your day going?
I'm doing amazing. The day is going as I make it, exactly as I make it.
Okay. So, can you start off a bit by telling me who you are, what you're about, what your message is?
Who I am, my name is Meir Ezra. I'm a businessman. I have many businesses in many areas. We do lending of money to real estate. We have about $100 million in loans, and we have software. I have a software companies. I have all kind of companies, and one of the things that I'm doing as a hobby, I'm also helping people to improve their lives, and I'm because the truth apply to everything. The truth apply to everything. If it's truth, it will apply to everything. So the principles that I teach will improve anything that you touch, because the quality of what you touch is defined by the condition, by your spiritual condition or by your mental condition. So if the more truth you find, the more truth you find, the better the results. And if your results are not so good, it means that you're operating on lies that you consider are true. I'll give an example so it will make sense. Let's say that you have the idea that money is very difficult to make. It's a lie, because money is very easy to make. It's just very hard to convince people that it's very easy to make money. So, but if you operate on the idea, if your mental condition is money is hard to make, money will be very hard to make for you. If you operate on the idea that in order to correct a person, you need to find what's wrong with him, you will fail, because machine you correct by finding what's wrong with them. People you correct by finding what's right with them. So if you operate on a piece of lie that you consider is truth, you will not get the expected result. Every time you don't have the expected result, you have a piece of data that you're 100% sure that it's correct, but it's actually faulty. So I'm teaching those pieces of data that once you apply will improve your life in all areas of life. Because life, you can consider life as cycles, different cycles, expanding cycles from your body to your family, to your company, to your group, to mankind. So there's circles of life. And you cannot improve one without improving the others, and you cannot destroy one without destroying the others. So you cannot destroy your family and still have a good business. The business will suffer if your family is not good. If your body is not good, your family and your business and everyone will suffer. So it's all connected.
So, tell me about you. What's your story?
Sorry, what's the question? I didn't hear.
I was just saying, tell me about you. What is your story specifically?
My story, I was born in a very small town in Israel, near the border. Very challenging life. Every night we had tens of missiles being thrown at us. Once per week or once every 2 weeks, there will be terrorist groups that will come to homes and will just shoot the whole family. So like just next to me, the 2 blocks from me, one apartment with friends got just shot. Terrorists came in, killed all of them and left. All kind of things like that. So very tough, poor area, But from very early age, I knew that I can do one of two things. Either justify why I cannot make it, or make it. The moment that I start to explain why I cannot make it, I lost. So I never used any of what happened as an excuse to why things will not happen in the future. So whatever happened, I don't care. I really don't care about the past. I actually define insanity as attention stuck in the past. I don't think that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's the definition of tenacity. Insanity is attention stuck in the past. You don't see what's in front of you and you're worried about something from the past, or you operate based on something from the past. So you will never improve. So I call your past the sum of all your limitations. The more experience you have, the worse you are. Because experience just limits you. If mankind will take his experience, we will never fly, because the experience told us we cannot fly. If mankind will take his experience, we will not have hot showers, because experience told us that water comes cold, unless if you live next to a hot spring or something. So that's experience. Experience is the sum of all your limitations. And I think that experience is basically um, um, something that if you use it as a reason for something, it limits you. And otherwise you say, okay, fine, I know this is another piece of data, but I don't stop looking around and applying the data to the principles that I know. So you need to have the principles, because data without the principles mean nothing. For example, if I take this pen, okay, and I tell you it's flying here in the air without anything, it's in the air. I have a power to hold it in the air. If you know the principles of the physical universe, which is gravity, you know that the data is lying. There is somewhere a trick here. Yes, you know the data is lying, because in the physical universe it doesn't happen. So if you look at the data without the principles, you actually dealing with superstition. That's what superstition is. And the purpose of science was to remove superstition, which means there is nothing we cannot explain. In the physical universe, we look at the data vis-a-vis the principles. Without the principles, the data is useless. It's always misleading. So I knew that from very young age. And because of that, went ahead and progress in life started at the age of 31. I made 100 million US dollars. I developed a software hardware combination, sold it to BP, and had an exit of 100 million US dollars. And since then, I continue to improve and make more money and help more people. And just because I don't I don't look for justifications or for excuses why something cannot happen. I never operate based on what I feel, because if I operate what I feel, maybe it's now 10 p.m. at night, I feel like going to sleep. No, I don't do what I feel. I do what's needed. Most people eat when they feel, so they get heavy. They don't go to gym because they don't feel like going to gym. They have all kind of desires, so they do maybe drugs or do things that are not ethical. My viewpoint is, I don't do what I feel like. I do what I need to do to bring about the expected results. I don't do something because that's what I can. No, I do what's needed. What I can go to sleep now. But no, it's not what I do. I do what's needed. So I define what is the target, what I want to achieve. And so I know immediately, if I know the target, I will know what I need to do. And I make myself fall in love with what I need to do. It's really the basic principle of my life. I define a target. It has to be very defined. I start with what I want to achieve. That tells me what I need to do, because if I have a mountain, I need to get to the top of the mountain. It's not important how many trees there will be along the way. No one will need to tell me, go to the left, go to the right. For as long as my eyes is on the mountain, I will be able to know, go to the left, go to the right, climb, whatever. And I will get sooner or later to the mountain. But to go through this process of fighting the forest, I need to love what I'm doing. So if what I'm doing is going through the forest, so be it. If what I'm doing, I need to open and close doors because I'm a bellman, I will do it the best, better than anyone in the universe. And every second will be the best thing that ever happened to me. I love it. So I make myself love. So most people complain about how bad their life is, how unlucky they are, etc., etc. And I think that I'm above luck. Luck is already things that I'm waiting to happen to me. No, I'm above luck. I just create what I want. Whatever it takes, I will do it. Whatever it takes, I will bring about the expected result. It will take me a week, a month, a year. And if I'll die in the process, so be it. They give bodies for free. They don't charge you when you get a new body as a baby.
Can you give some examples from your life?
So for example, when I went to sell the BP, the system, I arrived to South Africa from Israel. I couldn't speak English. I didn't have money. I had very long curly hair, earrings, uh, and cut jeans, like someone that just been in the Far East for a year. And
Yeah, I get you.
and like not someone that's going to sell to the CEO of BP, to the top of BP, like major corporation. But I didn't think that it's a problem. I just didn't think that it's a problem. I knew that they need what I have to offer. And despite the fact that before me, there was two other companies that tried to sell the similar product and went out of business, I said, no, I can. And I did. 3 months. I closed. 3 months. It took me to close $100 million deal without English. I couldn't, like when I will go to a restaurant, my wife will have to translate for me the menu. And I didn't have money, nothing, but I knew I can sell it, and I did. The actual action, etc., it's almost irrelevant. But what the senior thing is, nothing is a problem for me. Nothing. I do what needs to be done, not what nice, not what easy, not what anything. Because if I do what needs to be done and I make myself loving it, so if I need to go to the gym and push weight and it's painful, I love it. I love every second because I make myself love it. It's not that I love it because it happened, that because someone put some powder of some chemicals that get released in my head. No, because I decide that I love it. It's a causative decision. It's not, I'm not a machine that some serotonin get released or whatever get released. No. That's the result of my decision because I took my body to the gym. I got myself into the machine. I push 400 kilos leg press. I did it. I made my body do it. I gave the command. And then after that, blah, blah, blah. But to do this, I need to already love it. Otherwise, why will I go again and again and again? So it's not that something happened to me and I love the feeling. No, I make myself love the actions. So I get the result, which what I want in this case is a strong body. It's totally different viewpoint. Most of the people go to the gym because they don't want to be sick. Most of the people go to work because they want to get salary. And if they will not get salary, they will not have money to pay the mortgage. And if they will not pay the mortgage, they will not have a place to live. So they go to work. So they're dead. They're already dead. Yes, they're not alive. They're trying not to die. It's totally different. I say I'm willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. This is what I want to achieve. If I said, good, this is my target, I figure out that's what needs to be done. Excellent. Now I'm going to fall in love with that. There is nothing that I love more than that. This is what I'm doing. I'm falling in love with it. It's really very, very important. And that's that viewpoint that I can do anything because I love it. So of course I can do it. And if not, not a problem. At least I love it. It's not a problem. If I didn't get the result, well, not a problem. I'll find a way. Not a problem because I always find a way. I'll move left, right, I'll figure it out. There's always a way. There's always a way. And that viewpoint of I'm going to fall in love with what it takes is the difference. Because many people tell me, I helped a lot of people over the years, and everyone tell me, yes, I'm willing to do anything to make money. I said, okay, anything, good. So what we're going to do now is you need to meet me at 4 a.m. in the morning. I said, no, I'm sleeping. You're not willing to do anything. The viewpoint is, yes, of course, whatever I say. Oh, we need to not sleep for 2 days. Okay, not a problem. You need to, you don't like put videos of yourself. You need to put 10 videos today. No, but I feel uncomfortable. You are not willing to do whatever it takes. You just say that you do. Most of the people say they want to do money. They want to be successful. They want to improve. But if you actually check, they're not actually willing to do what it takes. And why it is because they want someone to tell them what to do. So they did not define the target. They did not figure out themselves what needs to be done, and they don't make themselves fall in love. They think that love comes from some accident of, I don't know, chemical accidents or whatever. No, you make yourself fall in love. I make myself fall in love with my wife. I make myself fall in love with my children every day. Otherwise, sometimes they do things that whoa, what are you doing? But I make myself fall in love with them. So it's not important what they will do. I love them because I know what's the end result. I want to maximize the result. This is my result with my children. I want to maximize their result. This is my responsibility as a father. So in order to do that, I need to ignore the fault and celebrate the successes and fall in love with just seeing success, just validate improvements all the time. And the magic is that they become as close as possible to perfect because I just see good in them. I don't admit that there is something bad because I make myself fall in love. I'm not dependent on the environment. It's not the actions that tell me what to feel. I make myself fall in love with what they do. So even if they do something bad, I love it. It's the best. They're the best. They had an accident. They're the best. They did something unethical. They are the best. That's the best way to do it. So I make myself fall in love with the actions. I'm not the effect of the actions. I make myself fall in love. And the magic is that when you really, really have that viewpoint, they never do anything bad. Never. Or very seldom. Like in comparison to what I hear from other families, it's like never. It's actually curing the person. If you see only perfection in the person, I have a law that says that people are perfect and anything that is not perfect is not them. When someone does something bad, when someone commits a sin, he later on says, I don't know why I've done it. It's not me, because it's really not you. There's some external things that push you to do that. But if you surrender to those things, even God cannot help you. If you don't surrender, if you understand that you are cause and everything else is effect, you are cause, you are the one that can make yourself fall in love with what you need to do to bring the expected result, you'll see that life will change totally.
How long have you been doing this?
Forever, a few lifetimes.
What are some of your best success stories?
Best success stories. Oh, the best success stories. Probably helping people to get from. So I had one lady that had asthma. She was in one of my seminars. She had asthma, and she got an attack in the middle of the seminar. There was like 100 people in the seminar, and I got her handled. I found the actual reason why it happens. Got her handled, and that happens about 8 years ago. And since then, she never had an asthma attack again. So that's one of the things. But I have many of those things. I've helped to release 5,000 criminals from jail in Israel. From 5,000 in 7 years, in 5 years, only one person came back, only one lady, which is basically zero recidivism rate, where the normal recidivism rate is 70% of the criminal that get released from jail come back to jail within 3 months. Of course, my kids are unbelievable success story, but they're more, in my opinion, my wife's success story. I just helped because she really was with them. I was creating the money and I was creating the environment. Um, all the people that I helped along the way is my success story. And if someone will tell me what is my best success story, I would say my life. My life is my best success story because I really know that I help more and more and more and more. I really care about people.
When did you start doing this? When did you learn this?
So I started to do business. I always helped people, yes, on like as a friend and whatever. But I started to do business and I've done very well. And over the years, many people, friends came to me and said, please help me with this, please help me with that, please help me with this business, or help me with marketing, or help me with this deal, or look at that legal thing, or look at the finance. And I was just helping. And about, I think 15 years ago, 20 years ago, something like that, a guy came to me and said, look, I want you to talk in this event, in this big event. And I said, I'm not talking in events. Why should I? And he said, no, you really help a lot of people. There will be a lot of people there and they need help and they need help. And I said, fine, not a problem. So they invited me as a keynote speaker. And I spoke to, I don't know, 300 people that were in that event. And people really loved what I told them. They really loved it and realized that I know something that can help them. So many people from that thing, many people asked me for help. And then I got connected to other speakers and they asked me to come and speak for them. And somehow I found myself spending more and more and more time in these events and so on. And I said, no, it's not good for me because I'm mainly a businessman. So I decided to open a company that will handle all this demand. So I will do the organization, I write the seminars, I deliver some of the webinars, but most of the work get done by a team, not by me. So I can continue to do all my deals and travel around the globe and do what I do. And once per week, I write 2-3 webinars. So basically, once per week, I write a book, and either I deliver it myself or I get my son to deliver it, and I do coaching from time to time, and that's it. So I don't really invest a lot of time in that, but I put a system that can help a lot of people. So today we've got, I don't know, maybe few thousands of hours of webinars online and whatever. I've delivered something that we call the Family Academy, which is an academy, 50 lessons to help parents how to become better parents. Um, that was is extremely successful. The group that I'm working with on that in Israel delivered 1 million people went through these courses. So it's massive, massive, massive. We have, I don't know, 2 million success stories. It's really massive, but I have a system. I have a machine behind me. So I don't.
So, what is your definition of love?
Love is the urge to share the same space for no reason at all. If you have a reason, it's a business deal. If I love you because you are blonde, then it's a business deal. So you give me blonde, I give you that. It's a business deal. A mother shared the same space with a baby. He's in her or in her body, and before he even born, she loves him. And when he is born, the love is just beyond anything else because the space that they share was so close. And as the child grow, the space grow and the love deteriorate. So love is this urge to share the same space for no reason at all. The moment that you put reason into love, it deteriorates. So if you really understand that I love my child, that's it, for no reason. Not because he's my child. I love him because I made the decision. I love this being and I will do anything for him. And he's perfect in my eyes. So because it's perfect in my eyes, there will not be distance. Because what brings distance? Disagreement. The more you agree, the closer you get. It's quite amazing. You take two people from the same country, they meet in a third country, and just because they speak the same language, there's enough agreement to get them close. But if all of a sudden the guys say, I'm a Republican, and the other guy say, I'm a Democrat, and they all of a sudden don't agree on something, there is a distance. You can have your wife and everything is okay, and you just had sex, and it's like the best thing. And then you say something, I don't know, you put on weight, and that's it. That's the end of you. Because there is disagreement. Disagreement creates distance. An agreement creates closeness. So the more you agree, the more you will want to share the same space. And the love is this urge, this you pushing it because the physical universe wants to separate you. There's always a distance. This physical universe say, no, two bodies cannot share the same space. But the spirit said, no, we do want to share the same space. That's love. I want to share the same space. You have your children, and when they're small, you want to kiss them so much that it's not enough. You want to eat them. You actually buy them, or at least I buy them. I really want to eat them. Later on, they grow up and you're sorry you didn't, but this is a different story.
Yeah.
So that's love. And love, and this is pure love. Then there is all kind of things that people call love, but they are not actually love.
Could you give some
Um,
examples?
yes, for example, um, I am married, let's say someone married, and they think that marriage is love. No, marriage is an arrangement. Marriage is not love. Marriage is just the most efficient way to raise children within society. So society is composed of groups, and the smallest group is marriage. And the reason you have a company is because that it's efficient way to make money, to grow your assets, and or to deliver a product. And in a smaller way, a family is a group that operate very efficiently in order to raise children. Why? You've got the same house, the same expenses. You've got one person that's responsible for the raising of the children, one person that's responsible for making the money. Sometimes both people have jobs. And if you don't organize it as such, if you don't understand that this is what it is, it's a business. This is my job. I'm the CEO. You this of the family. Then you'll have a mess. So for me, it was very clear. My job was making the money. My job was being the ethics officer for the children. My job was to do correction. And my wife's job was to raise the children, to organize all the activities, to organize all the administration, to keep the marketing of the company, of the family good. So she handled all the marketing with all the other friends, etc. And my job was very specific. I'm delivering, I'm making money, I am correcting, I'm bringing new opportunities to the family. And I have a side job, which is handling the ethics of the children, because she was raising the children. So you need someone exterior to handle the ethics. And the moment that it's very clear to you and you understand specifically what you're trying to achieve, and you understand that you have an organization, you really have an organization, you're running an organization, all of a sudden you look at it differently. Now, if you also love that woman, it's beautiful because you want to be with her for no reason at all. But the business, the family is one thing, and the love between me and her is something else. Because the love between me and her is a personal thing. The business is a group thing. It's a family. The family is a group thing. It's a small group within a society. And if you don't understand it, you'll see there will be different arguments about how to raise the children or how to do this, how to do this. If my wife said, this is what we do with the children, I say, yes, sir. And if she says they're going to sleep at 8, yes. And if she say we're not doing this, no, I'm never argue with her. She is responsible. She's the boss there. Like she never argue with me if I'm going to invest in this or in that. If I decide to open this business, she said, good, amazing. How can I help? She will never tell me, like you will not tell your boss if he decided to to invest in a specific deal. You sometimes can suggest something, but the boss decide. If it's very clear, if there is no collision, you see that 90% is not a problem, because my job is to bring money. And as long as I bring money and I bring more than she can spend, everything is happy. That's my job. My job is to create the infrastructure, the wherewithal, that she can raise those children in the most efficient way. And if you understand that this is your job, you will not come up with excuses why you don't do it. And if you don't do it, of course, there's a way to sit together and handle it. Or she can replace a father. She can replace a husband because it doesn't bring results, like you replace the CEO.
Okay. So I see you're wearing a blue shirt. Can you make yourself love that shirt?
Of course, I make myself. I can fall in love with the chair. Why did I pick up this shirt? I have maybe, I don't know, 50 shirts. Why did I pick up this one? Because I made myself love this shirt right now. And and yesterday, when I picked up a different shirt, I didn't love that shirt because I didn't want to share the same space with that shirt. I didn't put it on me. You make yourself emotions. If you don't understand that your emotions are yours, it's like your car. If you let them affect you, it's like having the car decide, no, I'm turning left. No, I'm controlling the car. I'm controlling my emotion. I'm using them. I'm not being effect of them. Most of the people feel that, oh, I feel tired, so I go to sleep. No, I go to sleep when I finish my production, when I tell the body, now you're going to sleep because you need to sleep for 4 hours. I don't go to sleep when I feel like it. I go to sleep when the result has been achieved. So I have every day my result. I need to finish my inbox. I need to complete all my cycles. I need to close all my circles. And once everything is closed, I'm going to sleep. And if it means that to do all of those things, I'm not sleeping for 2 days, so I'm not sleeping for 2 days. It's not a problem. 3 days, 3 days. But I will bring my results. I do what it takes, not what I feel like, not what I want, because a person that creates do not want. If I create something, I bring something out of nothing. That's creation. I'm not just changing. If I create something, it's not because I want. It's because I decided for no reason at all. This is what I'm going to do now. Or if I'm the physical universe, I say, okay, this is the product. This is what I want to achieve. To achieve that, that's what I need to do. So now I'm going to do that until I achieve it. And if I need to change what I need to do in order to achieve this product, it's fine. I go in the forest and I go left, right, and all of a sudden these trees that I didn't see. I don't say, oh, I feel tired. No, I decide, okay, fine, I see a new tree that I didn't think about. I'll bypass it, or I'll cut it, or I will do something. But I will continue towards the mountain. Probably one of the things that it discourage people is that once they have a mountain, they forget that yes, they have the mountain, but they need to do one step at a time. So while I have many people that I'm working with, I have hundreds of communication per day, sometimes thousands. When someone asks me, are you busy? I always say, how can I be busy? I handle one thing at a time. So I have only one thing at any given time. I never have two. If I talk to you, I'm not doing something else. I'm not answering my phone. I'm not worrying about that. I'm not worrying about what I need to do. It's gone. I'm talking only to you, just you. I have nothing else in my universe, only you. So I do what I do when I'm doing it, which is, by the way, the definition of ability, the ability to do what you do when you're doing it. This is really competence. So you want to look at a competence person. What does it mean, a competence person? He can do what he's doing when he's doing. When Michael Jordan throw a ball, if he start to worry about will he put it in, he will not put it in. He's doing what he's doing when he's doing it. He's not thinking about anything else. And actually, the crowd trying to get him off his game by taking his attention off what he's doing. The crowd of the enemy group, yes? So if you really understand that you do what you do, when you're doing it, you are never busy. I have only one thing to do, always. One thing. And when I finish, I say, oh, what's the next thing? Oh, this is what needs to be next thing. Only once. I never look at 50 things. I never have 50 things to do. Only once. Only one thing. There was this story about this father and son that was driving in a very, very dark night. And the father was driving few times through, he knew the area and he was driving towards the city, but the city was far, so you couldn't really see it. And the car broke. And the father says to the son, I know the road, but I want to train you to manage to go by yourself if you will in the future get stuck. So here is a flashlight. Take this flashlight and lead us towards the city. So the son took the flashlight and pointed towards the city and started to try to walk, and it was just too dark. He couldn't see the city. He couldn't see anything. So it was too dark, and he said to his father, look, I cannot. It's just too dark. And the father said, that's correct. Now, what about if you will point the flashlight down? Just light the next step. Don't worry. I know the direction is correct. We already defined the target. I know the direction is correct. I know we're going to the right direction. All you have to do is to do the next step. Only one step. You need the flashlight to be good for one step, not 5. And that's in life. You need to have the target, and then you do the next thing that needs to be done, and you do it with all your heart. You need to love it, to make yourself loving the next step. And because it's only one step, it's always easy. Only one step. If you consider it difficult, take the one step, divide it to 2. It's very simple.
So, can you give an example of a one step?
Yeah, let's say that I have 100 emails to handle. Okay, I take the oldest one and I do only that step. Let's say that I need to do marketing. And I'm afraid of making videos. So the first thing that I do, I sit down and put myself in front of the camera. That's all I need to do. And then the next thing, I press the record. And the next thing, I start to talk. I'm not trying to do something good because it will be some other step. What will be the result of the video? No, I'm just talking to the video. And the next thing, I stop it. And the next thing, even if it's bad, I post it. Because anything is better than nothing. Even a bad video is better than no video. And if you really understand those principles, if you understand many principles, if you understand them, you will see that it's impossible not to progress. When a person do not progress, it's only because he's operating on fake reality, which we spoke about earlier. It's a piece of information that you're 100% sure that it's correct, but when you use it, it doesn't bring the expected results. Which means that if a person do not bring result, it's not because he doesn't know. It is because he knows wrong. He knows something wrong, but he knows something that's broken. What he knows is not the truth, but he is sure that it's correct. So the problem is not that people lack knowledge. The problem is that people have a broken knowledge, and that broken knowledge is what messes you up. So, for example, people say, and everyone accepts it. Look, I'll do my best. Your best is nothing. Your best is nothing, because you never do the maximum, never. Because if you do the maximum, it will be a result. So I don't want you to do your best. I want you to bring the result. Or I will try. What's the result of try? Is I tried? Yes. I don't want you to try. I want a result. Or people says, I have a problem. I did everything possible. I tried everything. I said, okay, good. How many options you had? 3. If you have a problem, there's at least 8 billion possibilities on how to solve it. You try three, you never even touch the surface of what could be done. So people just don't know. They don't know. And if they will start to learn and realize that they have broken knowledge, it's actually incorrect to say they don't know. They don't know that they have broken knowledge. Yes, if they realize that they have broken knowledge, they will start to see, okay, how do I replace this broken knowledge with something that actually bring results? Yeah, I cannot hear you. Cannot hear you still. See if it's not me. No, it's
There
not
you
me.
go. That you should hear me now.
Ah, yes, I hear you now. Yes.
So, what is your example of broken knowledge?
Broken knowledge is so as we said earlier, that people think that you fix people by finding what's wrong with them. So they're critical. Oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. But it's broken knowledge, because the truth is that while machine you fix by finding what's wrong with the machine, people you fix by finding what's right with them. This is a broken knowledge. For example, broken knowledge is people say, oh, I don't have to understand each and every word. I can just understand the concept. No, nonsense. You have to understand each and every word. You need to have the correct definition. Actually, my definition of the word knowledge is the sum of all the words and symbols that you have the correct definition for. For example, people say, oh, control is bad. No, if you don't control your car, you are history, you are a statistic. If you don't control your bank account, you have debt. If you don't control the prospect, he will not buy. If you don't control your urges, you will do unethical things. If you don't control your mind, you will not be able to sleep. If you don't control what you eat, so people don't know that actually you have to learn how to control things. You have to learn. You have to be control freak. And they're calling it control freak to make the people that are powerful, that actually controlling the environment, into freaks, while they are the freaks. Because the freak is the person that don't control. The freak is the person that have an accident. The freak is the person that cannot sleep, that needs to take sleeping pill. The freak is the person that have to take marijuana in order to be in a good mood. That's the freak, because he cannot control his urges. That's the freak. Um, so if you don't know this thing, if you don't actually understand what everything is, you operate on broken knowledge, and this broken knowledge will mess up your life. And you will look, you are 30, 40, 50 years old, and you look back and you say, whoa, what did I bring? What's the result of my life? And you get depressed, and you go and take some Prozacs or whatever, which just make it even worse. You start to take drugs. It, it's worse. Or you come up with an excuse. No, I have ADHD. No, you don't have ADHD. You just have fake realities. ADHD is a symptom of something. You cannot concentrate. It's a symptom of something. If you had a problem of concentration, when I put you on, let's say you like games, you wouldn't be able to sit for 5 hours straight on the game, because you have ADHD, attention deficit disorder. Yes. Or if you, I don't know, if you like to eat, you wouldn't be able to concentrate on eating for 3 hours or whatever. Yes. So it's incorrect. It's just a manifestation of something. And if you don't know the actual source, you will use the wrong solution for the problem, and the problem will grow. So you really have to learn how to spot and eliminate broken knowledge. That's the first thing you need to do. And that's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. That's what we're doing in Guaranteed Prosperity, in my company, that's doing this coaching and training and teaching. And we're different because we're not telling you what to do. We're just removing lies. And the magic is that you all of a sudden know, because the spirit is this thing that knows. What prevents you from knowing is this broken knowledge. So if I remove the lies, the truth shows up. The lies is what hide you from you. And I don't know, I've never seen any other way to actually improve a person. That's what we do.
Excellent. So, I just wanted to say thank you for being on the show. It
Of
really
course.
has been a privilege. And I just wanted to know, how would you like to end this off, or kind of would you like to drop any more things, any books, anything else for the audience?
If someone wants help, you can follow me on Instagram. I put ton of knowledge there every day, and my name on Instagram is Meir Ezra Officials. It's MEIREZRA Official, and the website gprosperity.com. So gprosperity.com, one word, and you there's ton of free material, and if you really need some help, just DM me and I will help. I always answer. Tell me, look, I have an issue. This is my question, and I will direct you. I'll give you suggestions. You probably will not like them, but if you'll do them, they will work.
Excellent. All right. Thank you again, sir, for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will see you all next time.
Okay. Bye bye.